Is everything working now? No, it's not. Ah. Everything fine now? Is the stream going? It seems so. Good, good. Hello, hello. We're back. It's now working. Great. Today, we're going to continue with this game. Corpse Factory. Obviously. Oh, the setup for... I've been here for 20 minutes or something trying to set everything up again. It's such a hassle. Every single time. So, yeah. Let us continue this. Finally. The photo is transferred easily from my laptop to the burner phone. Once completed, I open the text messaging app and enter the victim's phone number. How did I do this again? Ah, right. My keyboard. Nice and big. I leave the message field blank, but I attach the photo, of course. The victim will receive an empty text message from an unknown number with only an image attached. The message is just about ready to send, but there's one more flourish I would like to add. Open a particular app I previously downloaded to every burner phone. It's simply called Number Mask, and it's one of the most ingenious apps I've ever used. The app asks for the number I want to use. I punch in my memorized trademark. Yeah, that long number. Now when I send a text message, the receiver will see these numbers appear on the caller ID. Not only does it mask the burner's real phone number, but it's an extra calling card to help boost my infamy. Heisenberg. My thumb hovering over the send message button. This is it. This is going to be my long-awaited victory. The second victim to end up dead. I just know it. This is a stepping stone to my success. The second of many bodies that will pave the way to my glory. I sent the message. I arrive at work on time just as usual. My handbag is heavy with the weight of several cans of coffee, hopefully enough to help me power through the day after having had such a late night. I can't help but yawn loudly as I wait for the elevator in the lobby. I personally... Hello! So, having a good day? Your stream was, as always, great. The setup of the stream. It took me 20 minutes to figure everything out here. It's always such a hassle to start streaming with VR chat for VTubing. But eventually it works. As you can see. Or not. My phone makes some problems again. I can do that. But it's hanged. Here's the VR camera. I don't want to like block the screen or something. I just put myself in the middle here. Nice and central. Come on. Hey. No. Here we go. Is that better? I guess. Let's hope nothing bad happens again. Is that the correct leg? Nope, that's the wrong leg. Auto center OSC. Calibrate. It seems to work again. Lag is. Okay, thank you. Hope this works. So, I believe this is. Yeah, and I'm not like when I run into my bed, I'm still on screen, so this should work. So I think we can continue with the game. Okay. I can't help but yawn loudly as I wait for the elevator in the lobby. Just before the elevator doors open, my phone starts to ring. I step aside and answer the call.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Noriko. Good morning. Did I call at a bad time?
Can I, like, block? Turn off the voices or something?
Not at all. I'm just about to go into the office. Oh, should I call back later? It's no problem. Don't stress. Okay, sorry.
Wait, the chat box. Okay, good. Thank you. Very nice of you. The nervous apologetic girl. Yeah, good night. Have a good night. The nervous apologetic girl on the other end of the call is Aoi Sato, an old school friend from back in the day. Though we never really had any common interests, we used to be inseparable at school. She was shy, I was introverted. It was a combination that worked in our favor, even if our conversations were a little on the boring side. I know that. To say that we are no longer shy and introverted wouldn't be entirely true. Aoi has gotten better. She's definitely more outgoing, but she still suffers from a great deal of social anxiety. As for me, I'm still pretty introverted. My tolerance for being around other people has improved a bit, but I do prefer solitude. And visiting places I've never been to before puts me on edge. To call Aoi my best friend would be accurate. She's my closest confidant. Even so, she knows nothing about my part-time masquerading as pop school. No one does, and I plan to keep it that way.
So, Aoi, what did you want to talk about? Oh, well, you see, that guy at work is still bothering me, and I wanted to see if you had any more advice for me. Ah, jeez. The older guy that always hits on you? Yeah. What a creep. You're 19, for God's sake. He must be, what, 50? I think he's 52. You know his actual age? Well, whatever. If he's still bothering you, you have to take a stand. He's not your coworker, right? Just a regular customer?
A well-paying customer, I assume.
Then tell your manager. Have him banned from the venue.
Yep, legs are working. Just wanted to check in.
Talk to the manager. I don't want to cause trouble for the company. Jeez, girl. Sometimes you need to stand on your own 2 feet. I know. Well, if talking to the manager is out of the question, then you need to be firm with the creep. Tell him you won't stand for being groped anymore. His behavior is simply unacceptable, and if he won't change, you won't serve him anymore. He's scary, Noriko. I don't know if I can confront him like that.
Reasonable.
He's always
Some
drunk.
degree.
Even before he comes into the place, I try not to serve him too much, but... Are you sure you can't quit that stupid job? Working at a maid cafe really doesn't suit you at all. I thought you wanted a government position. I do. I want to work in a cozy office, kind of like you, but you know I don't have any qualifications. Why don't I see if there's anything open here? Maybe Shinya can help out. He got me this job, remember? Shinya... maybe. He was always a nice guy, right? He's super nice. Stick in the mud, but a nice one.
Yeah.
Noriko, don't be mean. Yeah. You want me to ask? Yes, please. If it's no trouble.
It's kind of difficult to talk when the game
I'll
is
talk to Shinya. Then maybe you can
talking.
quit that crappy job and come work with me. That really
I mean, I
sounds
don't want to
wonderful.
complain.
Thank
It's
you,
kind of...
Noriko. I'd be so lost
I'm still
without
not
you.
used to talking that much. So my voice often just kind of gives out after 3 hours of streaming. I also want to train, you know?
Don't be silly. You're amazing, Aoi. Leave this to me. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't really train if a game is talking. Instead of myself. So I end the call and heave a sigh. Having to go and ask Shinja about the job actually is a pain in the ass, but I would never admit that to Aoi. Why is she called Aoi's? I'm constantly getting reminded of Aoi now, because of this girl. Aoi as in the, like, garlic and oil. Oh, wonderful taste. Beautiful taste. I love it. Tried to do it a few times myself, but I think I have the wrong garlic for that. Unfortunately. The elevator arrives at the lobby and I step inside as soon as the doors open.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Fujikawa. Good morning.
I wanted to catch you before we sit down to work. I sent you another friend request. Can you make sure you got it this time?
Come on. A bit better. I guess it's good enough for me. Should be.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What am I supposed to do when he puts me on a spot like this? I try not to groan as I get my phone out and open up noise. It's impossible to hide my screen from Shinja's piercing gaze.
Well, what do you know? I have a new friend request.
Oh, great. It worked this time. Go ahead and accept it, please.
Yeah, sure thing.
A celebratory message about making a new friend with fireworks. Thumbs up.
Yay! Looks like we're officially friends now. So, can I call you Noriko from now on?
I've never cared much for formalities. I try to adhere to them in the workplace, but honestly, I don't care if people refer to me by my first or last name, regardless of whether they are friends or not.
That's fine. You can call me Noriko.
Shinya's eyes light up. That seems to have made the boy happy.
Thank you. Oh, you can call me Shinya, of course.
Shinya. Hey, we've known each other since junior high, right? Shouldn't we have been on a first-name basis anyway?
Yes, that's true, but we're in the office now, you know? It wouldn't do if you started working here and called me Shinya right away.
I suppose.
I suppose.
Anyway, I'm really glad we're proper friends now, Noriko. Maybe we can get a coffee sometime.
No. I can't help but feel he's trying to push his luck as far as it will go. Any suspicions I had about him having a crush on me are now confirmed. I brush a stray lock of hair out of my face and smile as sweetly as I can while I change the subject.
Hey, actually, I wanted to ask you something. Are there any more temp jobs available here right now?
Temp jobs, huh? Are you looking to pick up extra hours?
No, not exactly. I'm asking for a friend who needs a new job.
A friend of Noriko's. Well, let's see. We pretty much always have data entry roles up for grabs. Unless your friend wants something more interesting? Do they have any particular qualifications?
Not really.
No.
Data entry is more than fine. Actually, you already know who I'm talking about. Remember Aoi Sato?
Aoi Sato. Yes, I think I do remember her. That really shy girl from our school days, correct?
That's her, yeah.
Wow, I never knew you were still in touch with school friends, Noriko.
Aoi's probably the only one. We're fairly close.
Is that so? As for me, I don't really have any friends from back then.
Shinya's heartbreaking confession doesn't surprise me too much. He doesn't strike me as the type of person to have many friends at all. Sure, I'm the same, but...
No, but what am I saying? We're friends now. So I guess I do keep in touch with school friends.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, I'll ask my superior if we can get Sato an interview. Is that okay?
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, Shinya.
Perfect.
No problem. Leave it to me.
He gives me an awkward salute before skipping away. A little exchange has obviously made him pretty happy. For some reason, something that Tomoe Watanabe said yesterday pops into my head. She mentioned that I'm leading Shinya on, but that's not true, is it? It is. Even though it's on accident, you're still leading him on. I shake the thought out of my head. I'm just being nice to him. That's not wrong, is it? I take a seat at my desk and perform my morning ritual. From my handbag, I retrieve my headphones, coffee, and breath mints. Computer on, music playing, coffee open. My fingers tap rhythmically against the keyboard and I slip into the usual workday trance.
So, I see that you're connected with Shinya on Noise now, huh?
My walk to the train station is interrupted by a familiar grating
Sounds
voice.
like both of you are getting on pretty well.
How did you...
Oh, of course, Tomoe and I are already friends. On Noise, she would have seen the notification when I accepted Shinya, his request. It's actually kind of strange that Tomoe and I are connected through the app. We added each other on my first day of work before I learned how much of an intolerable excuse for a human being she is. We simply never deleted each other, even after all these months. Her posts are entertaining, anyway. And since I rarely ever post anything myself, she probably forgot we were connected at all until today.
Now look, don't get me wrong, you hear? I ain't actually interested in Shinya. Nah, I'm real happy for you both, like. But what I can't stand is a skank like yourself getting some while I'm over here all dry like a desert.
What the hell are you talking about?
It pisses me off that guys just sluts like you, and you barely have to put in any work. Meanwhile, nice girls like me gotta put in so much effort to even get noticed.
Wow, she's essentially a version of a nice guy, I guess.
You think all of this is just natural? I put so much effort into how I look, you know? And guys like Shinya don't even bat an eyebrow at me.
You mean bat an eyelid, right?
Whatever, it don't matter. I'm sick of skanks like you getting everything for nothing.
Look, let me be honest with you. I'm not interested in Shinya, and I'm not trying to be with him. I don't chase guys, and it's pretty rare that they chase me. You've got me all wrong.
Like I'd believe you. Do you spend your time chasing chicks then?
That's not your business. But you don't have to worry about me pursuing Shinya. Tell you what, any guy at the office is all yours, okay? I'm not interested.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be, slut? You think no one is good enough for you, but they're good enough for me? You're just like all the other girls. You think I'm worth being pitied? You think I need it? Well, I don't want your pity. You're nothing but a fake skank.
Why are you reading so much into this? Tomoe pushes forward, her book forcing me off the sidewalk and into the thickest tree bordering the path. The burning slap across my face comes out of nowhere. I'm blinded by white stars and my entire face feels like it's on fire. The strike is hard, sharp, vicious. It happens so suddenly that I'm having difficulty processing it. I stumble, but my legs don't quite give out. My mind races trying to put together what just happened. Tomoe hit me? Why? Why did she hit me? There is a strange sort of disconnect in my mind. My body doesn't feel like my own. Like this isn't actually happening to me, but rather I'm watching it happen to someone else. Ah, Golden Wind. Golden Wind experience. Time seems to slow down and speed up all at once. The slap replays twice in my mind before Tomoe's hand even leaves my face. I catch a glimpse of a furious expression, red and strained and overcome with anger.
I hate you. I hate everyone like you. Don't pity me.
The second strike connects with my shin and I flinch, my entire body paralyzed with pain. She hit me again?
Stop!
I hate you. I hate you!
Tomoe has lost it. She's absolutely furious, and I can't figure out what I did wrong. Her third attack is a curled fist aimed straight at my stomach. Through sheer luck, or complete accident, I tumble backward, narrowly avoiding the punch and instead landing on my rear. The pavement is rough and hard, but I'm sure it feels a lot better than taking a fist in the gut. Tomoe screams and rushes at me, but I scramble to my feet and grab her by the wrist. She flails wildly, her eyes looking like they would pop out of her skull at any given second. Her breathing is harsh and ragged, and tears of rage have caused a flood of blood and makeup to run down her face.
Calm down! Calm down!
She struggles against me, slowly giving in as my tight grip prevents her from attacking me further. And I no. She begins to sob softly.
I hate you! I hate everything about you!
With a great pull, Tomoe frees herself from my grip. She steps away, cursing, and then runs past me. I blink in disbelief as she breaks into a sprint, heading in the direction of the train station. I raise a hand to my tender face and touch it gently. This stinging sensation is completely new to me. Never before have I been attacked like that.
What the hell was all that about? I can't believe she hit me.
My pack of frozen vegetables The pack of frozen vegetables pressed against my face soothes my swollen jaw, but does a very little to calm my nerves. I'm still on edge after what happened today. Tomoe actually physically attacked me, all because I said something. I'm not sure what, but provoked her anger. Oh. Maybe that girl is more complicated than I give her credit for. Seems like she has her own inner demons, just like the rest of us. I've replayed the event in my head 100 times since returning home. Without confronting Tomoe about it, I don't think I will ever figure out what incited her aggression. But I don't plan on talking to her about it anytime soon. I wouldn't say I'm scared of her, but I don't exactly want to encourage a repeat performance. Understandable. I rest the bag of frozen vegetables on the small coffee table next to me. I think I've done all I can to reduce the painful swelling for now. Sighing and leaning back, I let the soft padding of a couch consume my body as I sink deeper. My eyes glaze over as I bring my phone to my face. My fingers lazily tap and scroll as I look through a carefully curated obituary newsfeed, a list of deaths that have been reported throughout the day. Using a set of anti-filters, I narrow the feed down to include only women's deaths. In the age range of 30 to 50, I set the location to cover all of Japan. I immediately exclude any results that mention natural causes of death. I'm looking for specific cases. Suicides, or as is more often reported, accidents. Of course, I'm looking to find out whether my latest victim has offed herself yet. Should the search string return no results, then it's pretty easy to look up recent murders. They are few and far between. Between suicides, accidents, and murders, I've covered all the potential ways my victims could die. 9 of 10 of the search results include a photograph of a deceased, not a photo of a corpse, mind you. This isn't the database of a deceased I'm looking through. Rather, it's usually a nice, flattering picture of the recently departed submitted by their kin to go along with the obituary. I used the photos submitted with the obituaries to compare and match with the images of my victims. This is the only reliable way I have to discover whether or not my victims have perished. If I knew a victim's name, I could easily look up their current fate, but my website doesn't ask for that information. Paul had respect for the victim's privacy, but there is a lot more to it than that. That's a topic to dwell on another day. Tonight's search turns up no solid leads. I'm disappointed, but this result isn't entirely unexpected. After all, I set the date on my latest victim's photograph to tomorrow. There's still time for her to freak out and end it all. I decide to go to sleep early tonight. I'm not even feeling hungry enough to eat the cheap convenience store meal. It's been sitting in my fridge since yesterday. Well, if I go to sleep now, it will feel like tomorrow arrives sooner. Tomorrow. I have to see Tomoe at work. There's no way I can avoid her since her desk is so close to mine. The idea doesn't sit well with me. On the other hand, my victim might conquer herself, which would definitely make me feel better. It could very well be my next success, and the suspense is just about enough to kill me. Tomorrow. Wednesday morning. My typing is hesitant and distracted this morning. My fingers falter, misstep, and tap backspace repetitively. This is no good. And, I can't focus on work while I'm staring at the top of Tomoe's head, popping up from behind a monitor a few desks away. Even my work playlist isn't inspiring me to pulverize the keyboard today. Normally, a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me to the greatest heights of productivity. I press a finger on my pursed lips, trying hard to regain my focus. I absent-mindedly notice that I missed the edge of my top lip when applying lipstick this morning. Damn, I'm really out of sorts today. At least I managed to apply some extra blush to cover up the faint bruising on my face. Might have overdone it a little, but it's better than looking like I just stepped out of a boxing ring. Talking about fight, yeah, I've got, as you may know, or may not know, who knows, I don't, I'm fencing every first day, and the last time I fenced, we didn't have enough protective gear for everyone who was attending, so I, as someone who has been there for a bit longer, didn't get a what you call it again, like the lion vest. What do you call it again? Gambeson. That's it. That's the name. A gambeson. And I instead just had my normal winter jacket. The dude I was sparring with managed to hit me straight in the center of my chest. Like, as if I had a massive target ring and he's hit me spots it at center. Right in the bullseye. It still hurts. And the back of my back also hurts because obviously this, the sword is heavy. My shoulders are tired. My arms are tired. Everything hurts. And this heavy ass headset isn't helping my head either. Or my face, for that matter.
Good morning, Noriko. Boy, have I got some neat news for you.
Ah, great. I'm so absorbed in my own thoughts that I barely register Shinya standing in front of my desk.
Noriko? Excuse me? Noriko? Are you in there?
Huh?
My eyes fixate on Shinya's goofy smile. I quickly remove my headphones.
Fujikawa, Shinya, sorry. Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Tired is all.
Oh, I hear you. I was up late last night. Boy, I must have been up past 10. Just could not put down this new crime thriller I've been reading.
Oh, yeah, right. I was up late reading too.
Your horror novels, right? Don't they leave you feeling a little scared before you go to sleep?
No, not really. It's all fiction, so it's pretty easy to distinguish from reality.
Is that so? Wow, that's not like my book at all. The crimes in this story are all based on real cases. My jaw hits the floor every time I turn the page.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you this. Your friend Sato can take a data entry opening starting from Monday.
Good.
She doesn't even need to interview. That's how much the boss trusts me.
Nice. But, isn't there a little bit of nepotism here? Or something similar? Let me get my share. Say what you want about the guy, but the bigwigs obviously have faith in him.
Wow, Shinya. I don't know what to say.
Oh, and in
Thank
case you're
you.
wondering,
Thank you
why does
so
he sit
much.
down? Is he already so tired after half an hour of streaming? Yeah, it's the fencing again. Sending jumping around for like 2 hours does put a toll on you. Especially on me. You know? You see?
Don't thank me yet. Sato is going to be worked to the bone. I hope she's prepared for it.
Trust me, anything will be better than her current job. Really, thank you, Shinya. You came through for us here.
Well, I'm just happy to help. Hey, Noriko, can I ask you something?
Sure, shoot.
Shoot! Oh, right. An expression. Sorry, I just remembered this case in the novel where a police officer shoots at a perp only to...
Hey, you, wanted to ask me something?
Right. Are you friends with Watanabe?
I blink a couple of times.
Tomoe?
You're on a first-name basis with her. Then you must be great friends.
No?
I mean, I wouldn't say...
Listen, would you mind putting in a good word for me with her? I'm kind of interested in taking her out sometime, but I could never ask her myself.
I'm stunned, gobsmacked, speechless. Shinya likes Tomoe. I thought he likes me. Is my own intuition wrong? I wonder if the clues have been in front of me this whole time. What else haven't I been seeing?
Noriko? What do you say?
Shinya, look. Honestly, I'm not really friends with Tomoe. I don't think I can help you.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. I thought maybe you were close. Darn. I guess there's not much to be done, is there? Even after I helped you and Sato out and all.
Is he seriously trying to guilt me? I have to hand it to him. I didn't think he had it in him.
Well, I suppose you can just tell Sato to start work on Monday morning. Guess I'll see you around the office then.
Shinya leaves and I bury my face in my hands. Has this world gone mad all of a sudden? Shinya likes Tomoe, not me. It's not that I am disappointed. Hell, I don't have feelings for the guy. But for him to be interested in some vapid like her just blows my mind. To add insult to literal injury, Tomoe assaulted me yesterday. She has a vicious, violent side to her that Shinya doesn't know about. He could be in real danger if he pursues her. I am completely unable to process what I should do. Shinya has got a OE job, and I'm truly thankful. Do I feel like I owe him one? Should I ask Tomoe out for him or warn him about her? I need to clear my head. I decide to step away from my desk and visit the restroom. When do I get to make a choice? Please. Oh, I've no need to use the restroom. I enter a stall and lock the door behind me. Sitting on the toilet lid, I lean back and exhale. Getting too caught up in the office drama. That's what the issue is. It's unlike me. I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. It is my ideology, my entire identity. My emotions are better locked away, stitched on my sleeve. No, locked away than stitched on my sleeve. I am Corpse Girl, for crying out loud. My purpose is bigger than all of us. I'm destined for greatness. The day will come when people fear my name, right? I shake the doubts from my head and pat my cheeks. I'm doing all of this for the right reasons. I know I am. If I start doubting myself now, I'll never see my mission through. An unfamiliar jingle rings out through the restroom, echoing off walls. It sounds like a phone alert, but where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? It takes me a few seconds to realize I have my own phone in my hands and it's vibrating incessantly. I must have grabbed it subconsciously from my desk when I stood up. The screen is lit up and a message reads, "One new article matches your custom filter. Dead body, lol." Wait, what? The auto newsfeed I set up last night had actually located something. I hurriedly unlocked my screen and opened a certain app. Same app I was scrolling through last night looking for obituaries. A little unread mail icon sits at the top of the screen, blinking and practically shouting for my attention. I hit the icon and read the information presented to me. Article posted online. Today, 11:22 AM. Keywords found. 3. Miss, accident, numerical data range 30 to 50. Image data found. Yes. Wednesday, May 27th. What year? Miss Akane Tsurumaki, 36 of Shiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning at her personal residence 8:38 AM. The chief coroner reports that Miss Tsurumaki was involved in an accident resulting in self-asphyxiation. Miss Tsurumaki is survived by her husband, Mr. Go Tsurumaki, 42, and her daughter, Miss Fu Tsurumaki, 1. A funeral service will be held on Friday, May 29th. View image attachment. I hurriedly tapped the button and gasped at the image loads. It's her, the photo. It's unmistakably the same woman. Plain features, little makeup, and no signs of her personality. Akane Tsurumaki, the latest victim to receive a photo of her own corpse. My breathing stops all of a sudden. I'm gasping for air, my cheeks on fire, my fingers numb. I did it. My meticulously crafted photo caused this woman to end her own life. An accident resulting in self-asphyxiation, meaning she died by suicide, strangled herself or held her head down in the bath. The news never reports anything as a suicide. It's such a taboo topic in this culture. Everything is always an accident. All this time. Come on. Thank you. All this time I've been trying to compel somebody to kill themselves. My corpse photo is constantly becoming more and more elaborate, more and more convincing and realistic. And now somebody has died again, because of me. Because of Corpse Girl. Ah! I was right all along. I too possess power. I have the power to end lives through my work, my art. I've known it all this time, and I've finally proven it. Ruri Hatano's death planted the seeds of belief in my mind. The belief that Corpse Girl is more than a mortal being. And now, Akane Tsurumaki's demise has caused those seeds to bloom and blossom into pure certainty. Corpse Girl truly can end lives. It's a wonderful revelation and it relieves my turbulent mind. However, I can't get my fingers to scroll back up to reread the obituary. My hands are unfunctioning, my legs dangle lifelessly from the toilet seat, and my coffee from this morning is working its way back up my throat. I feel the sting of tears in my eyes. The sweat trickles on my forehead, dripping down my uncharacteristically thick makeup. Blech. All of a sudden, I can't breathe. My lungs refuse to take in oxygen. I panic and fall forward, I miraculously slamming my hands into the stall door to prevent my head from colliding with the floor. My nails scrape against the door's enamel paint, peeling chunks of green from the surface as I slide down and down, until my head rests uncomfortably on the damp floor. Did she just die? My eyes roll back and my tongue lolls out. The side of my mouth dangerously close to the tiled floor, but completely out of my sight and mind. I taste foundation and blush, a little bit of sweat, and nothing at all as the still air envelops my taste buds. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My woman killed that photo of herself because of that photo of a woman who killed herself in the photo. My eyes begin to regain their focus and my stomach turns. Heaves and shakes and warm coffee spills from my lips as I try to smile but only manage to gurgle. The gritty paint underneath my fingernails has a rough texture that I don't like very much. I feel queasy and ecstatic at the same time. It's a horribly wonderful feeling that I could do without. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. So my most stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her, arriving on the bathroom floor, her lungs working once more, and her breath ragged and gasping, sucking in air like a mosquito sucks in blood. This is Noriko. Noriko with her grandiose fantasies of death and killing people without having to kill them at all. Without having to leave her apartment because the outside world is scary and there are people out there probably trying to kill her. This is Noriko. Me, the real me, acting tough and fearless when I'm crying on the inside, always sad, always miserable, always lying on the bathroom floor with my fists clenched, my phone resting in a puddle, and my life slowly spiraling out of control. This is me. I did this. I killed the woman. And she had a husband and a daughter, and some random person requested that I kill her. So I did. She probably didn't do anything wrong. She looked boring. She must have just rubbed somebody the wrong way. Maybe she didn't even know what she did. Just like how I rubbed Tomoe the wrong way. And I didn't know what I did, but Tomoe slapped me twice hard, and it hurt. And it must have hurt that woman too when she strangled herself and killed herself. I killed her. I directly killed her with my indirect actions. She's dead now, and I'm alive. I'm still here, lying on the bathroom floor on the 14th story of Shinjuku's Temujin office building, and I have paint underneath my fingernails, and he's going to start work here on Monday. And I did it! I killed her! Finally! After countless months of pretense, of false starts, of failures and disappointments, I killed somebody again. Corpse Girl strikes for the second time. And above all else, above this grime and muck on the floor and the tingling feeling underneath my fingernails, above all of that, this feels good. This feels so, so good. Blood has returned to my legs. The pins and needles have faded, and my toes quiver beneath my stockings and shoes. An electrical charge pulses down my thighs and dissipates through my feet. I manage to plant 2 hands firmly on the tiles and push myself up onto my wobbly knees. I suck in air and breathe all of it back out almost at once. I feel dizzy. and a bizarre warmth is welling up inside my stomach and chest. I managed to steady myself, enough to sit back on the top of the toilet seat, with my feet planted firmly on the ground and my hands resting on my lap. I try to regain my sense of self. And why am I so tired again? I might have lost my composure a little bit upon reading the news, but who could blame me? Everything I've worked for over the last year is finally starting to pay off. My second victim is dead. With this, Corpse Girl's popularity is sure to rise. More and more people will issue requests through my website. More and more people will receive corpse photos, and more people will... She killed herself. She killed herself. Oh, how I wish I could see the real body. If only I could see her mangled corpse, drenched in sweat, and finally at peace. I noticed my phone is wedged between my wet fingers. I must have subconsciously scooped it up from a pool of muck on the floor. Ahem. My fingers no longer numb. I scroll up and reread the obituary article. Mr. Kane Tsurumaki, 36, of Chiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning. Dead. Pronounced dead. My breathing staggers once again. My jaw gently lowers. Involved in an accident. Hot steam clouds my face, resulting in self-asphyxiation. I salivate unconsciously, a trickle of moisture creeping down my chin and dropping on my lap. My cheeks are flushed, my vision slightly blurred. He's really getting off of this. She killed herself because of me. Guys, I don't think I can fix her. I lay out aghast as my hips rise against my wall. My toes curl, my legs stiffen, my skin tingle. I definitely cannot fix her. I lean back against the cistern, the cold porcelain penetrating the thin fabric of my clothes and chilling my burning hot skin. My eyelids flutter as my mind hazes over. I can't control my body any longer. All the anticipation of the last few days, the tension building in my muscles. I can't. My legs tense up, my knees buckle, my neck tilts back. A whispered gasp slips softly between my lips. My phone falls to the ground once more as my fingers slowly uncurl. The dull tink sound as it hits the floor is the last thing my foggy mind registers before I drift away.
You look like horse shit.
Ah, thanks. Tomoe's brazen draw snaps me out of my dead-eyed stare.
Looks like you've been sleeping in the sewer. It suits you.
I don't know what she's talking about. I can't really focus on what she's saying. I realized I've been staring at my computer screen for 20 minutes, rarely blinking. My mouth is dry, as though I stopped producing saliva altogether. A dull throb in my lap causes me to cross one leg over the other in an attempt to get comfortable.
You know, I'm talking here. It's rude to ignore your superior.
I swallow in an attempt to moisten my parched throat before speaking in a cracked voice.
Do you need something?
Thought you should know that Shinya and I are gonna hit the town on Friday night. Turns out he's fancied me for a while now. In the end, seems like the better gal won, don't you think?
Seems that way. Is that all?
I can tell Tomoe is trying to get under my skin, but I'm honestly not in the mood to deal with it right now.
I thought you'd be more torn up about it.
I don't care in the slightest. Why don't you go sit back at your desk?
Whatever. Hey, maybe I'll meet you after work again.
Why? So you can attack me again?
I realized my voice was louder than intended. A few people nearby turned their heads quizzically. Tomoe takes a cautious step back.
Keep your voice down, psycho. Stuff like that's between me and you.
You assaulted me. I should report you to the police.
Don't you dare.
Lost for words, Tomoe turns tail and walks away. I sigh and lean back. Why do I feel so exhausted? Why am I so tired? My mind flickers, piecing together fragments of memory from the bathroom a short while ago. That's right, I let myself get carried away in the exhilaration of my success. I temporarily stepped away from my own body and let my basest instincts take over. But I'm in control now. I'm myself again. I'm Noriko, stoic and unflinching. I am Corpse Girl, successful and feared. I can kill people as easily as I can manipulate a photo. People like Tomoe should be scared of me. People like Tomoe shouldn't mess with me. I'm in control now. Climbing the steps to my apartment is always such a chore. I wish I had moved into a building with an elevator, but I simply couldn't afford to when I first moved out on my own last year. These old apartment buildings creak and groan when you ascend the stairs. On top of that, you can hear the bustling of other people within their tiny homes as you progress up each floor. There's always a slight whiff of mold or mildew whenever I ascend the stairs. I want to chalk it up to the fact the building is so old, but it is possible some of the residents here don't keep their apartments very clean. At the very least, this neighborhood is decent. I feel safe in my home, even if it is small and cramped. My neighbors are respectful from what I can tell. Not that I really know them at all. In fact, the only neighbor I have regular contact with are the very same ones I lease my Wi-Fi from. Some middle-aged divorced guy named Kenji, who lives on the floor below me, and his daughter Momo. Kenji is a decent enough guy who works overnight, which is unfortunately means Momo is left home alone a lot in the evenings. Momo is a sweet girl, perhaps 6 or 7 years old. Occasionally I hear her singing drift up into my apartment, but it doesn't bother me too much. She's just a kid. It's the very same Kenji and Momo that I bump into when I'm climbing the stairs this evening.
Oh, good evening.
Hello.
We're just on our way to get some dinner. Isn't that right, Momo?
Yes. That sounds nice. I hope you have a good meal.
Thank you. Say, are you feeling okay? You look like you've been in some trouble. There's dirt or something all over that side of your face.
I tilt my head and reach a hand to my cheek. Sure enough, dry muck has blended into my makeup and caked over my face. It seems like my eyeliner has smeared as well. It's from when I fell into the bathroom? Damn it, have I looked like this all day?
Oh, right.
I try to make up some lies so Kenji doesn't worry about me.
I actually fell asleep on the train home, and I guess the seats were kinda dirty.
Is that so?
You should wash your face and do your makeup again. I can help if you like.
I can't help but smile slightly at Momo's generous offer.
Thank you, Momo. I'll be sure to wash up and make myself look nice again. You should go have dinner with your dad.
Girl nods resolutely.
Well, I hope you're okay at any rate. Have you been working hard at the bank?
Oh, actually, I just work at the head office for the bank, so...
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Data something, right?
Yeah, data entry. It's a bit dull, but I'm happy enough.
That's good. That's very good. I know it's hard for kids like you to get good work in this economy. When you find a job like that, you really have to hold on to it. When I was your age, I could only find cleaning work. I must have had a dozen different janitorial jobs before I met Momo's mother.
I blink a couple of times. It's not like I talk to this guy often. Really, we hardly know each other. Still, I've never heard him actually mention Momo's mother before. Most of the things I know about him, I've just pieced together from context.
Mom?
Of course, things are different now. I have Momo, and her mother isn't around anymore. Cleaning work doesn't cut it these days. I was really lucky to get into security. It means I can work overnight while Momo sleeps, and I can still take her to school every day.
Security, of course. Now I remember. He did mention when we first met what he does for a living. Memory serves, he works for a private security company. I assume he guards corporate offices or parking lots, something like that.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hold on to a job if you like it. That's very important.
Thank you. I'm happy at Temujin, so I plan to stay there.
Very good. Oh, Momo was telling me earlier what she wants to do when she grows up. Weren't you, Momo?
Dad?
Dad?
Come on now. Tell Nariko what you want to be.
A scientist.
Aww.
Wow, a scientist. That's a great job. I'll be rooting for you, Momo.
The girl blushes and hides behind her dad. Oh,
She's inherited her mother's book smarts, I'm certain. She definitely didn't get her brain from me. Anyway, we're gonna get going. Enjoy your evening, Nariko.
Thank you, you too. Bye-bye, Momo.
Bye-bye.
bye. I continue up the next flight of stairs, reach the landing, and then turn the corner to enter my own apartment. The place is dark because I always make sure to cut the lights before I leave. I can't afford to leave any electricity running. My rent chews through most of my salary as it is. I flick on the lights and feel relief as the living room illuminates. My faithful couch and TV emerge from the shadows, and I immediately feel at home. After throwing my keys and bag onto the coffee table, I slump down on the couch. What a day! I have an overwhelming urge to pull out my laptop and check my website for new requests. But my body's needs come first. I'm desperate for a hot shower. I will need to cleanse my face, scrape the paint out from underneath my nails, and I will definitely have to slip into a fresh set of underwear. Whatever happened in that bathroom today took its toll on my body and my clothes. While the night is young, I can relax later. For now, it's time to start scrubbing. The convenience store is a little more crowded than usual. the mundane chatter of business people, students, and workers buzzes in the air like a swarm of relentless flies. Throughout the drone of mingled conversations, I happen to catch a few interesting words here and there.
Have you seen that one website?
What do you mean by request a death?
My lips curled into a half smile, half snarl.
Since he always cheats, I thought I might upload his photo.
And you think Corpse Girl really exists?
To hear so many people talking about Corpse Girl's website is enough to make my nerves tingle. However, I know they're not talking about it because of Akane Tsurumaki's death. As far as I can tell, her death wasn't reported to the news as a suspicious case. The only source of information I could locate was her obituary. And that didn't mention anything about foul play, so there's no way anyone could know that Corpse Girl was involved. People are talking about the website in the same way they always have. Like it's just an interesting topic of conversation. An icebreaker, one of those things you tell your friends to entertain them. And therein is my issue with the website as a topic of conversation. It's just an urban legend, a point of discussion that inevitably fizzles out and is forgotten. People talk about it, people visit the website out of curiosity, but very few people take action and request a death. Ah, how annoying. That's the part that annoys me. If people don't actively participate, how can I prove myself to the world? How can Corpse Girl claim her victims if there are no victims to be claimed? As long as the website is simply a talking point, a myth, an icebreaker, then Corpse Girl's ambitions will remain unfulfilled. To be fair, I haven't yet provided a compelling reason for people to take the website seriously. A death toll is humiliatingly low. I need to ramp it up and step up my game. For Corpse Girl's sake. Until I manage to do that, people will continue to discuss the website in hushed tones, like it's some taboo fantasy that shouldn't be spoken of. But, with some more time, and some more victims, soon everyone will know to fear Corpse Girl. Thanks to the constant drone in the convenience store, I barely register the quiet melody of my ringtone, of a ringtone. Eventually, my ears become keen enough to pick it out and I answer my phone.
Hey. Good morning, Noriko. Is this a bad time?
Not at all. I'm at the convenience store.
Let's walk upright once more. Yes?
Oh, good. I wanted to catch you before work.
No worries. I actually meant to call you yesterday, but the day got away from me.
That's okay. I wanted to ask if you spoke to Shinya yet?
I sure did. Guess what?
What?
You start work on Monday! You'll be doing data entry with me. We might even get to sit near each other.
Oh my gosh. Really? Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
Of course. When have I ever lied to you?
Don't answer that.
Oh, Noriko.
Oh.
I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you so much. Does this mean I can quit the maid cafe now?
Yep. Quit today if you can.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you.
Aoi, are you crying?
I'm so happy.
Making Aoi so overwhelmingly happy feels really good. I care so much for this girl. Her happiness is vital to me.
I owe you so much. And Shinya too. I know. I'll buy him a gift to give him on my first day. Do you think he'll like that?
Yeah, I'm sure he will. That's a great idea, Aoi.
What does he like?
I managed to spill the answer to that without having to think twice.
Crime novels.
Oh, really? His dad is a detective, right? Okay, I can get something like that. Right now, I'm going to march into the cafe and quit.
Yay! What are they actually centered on?
You tell him. Good luck, kid.
Yay.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye, Noriko.
The call ends and I smile. Aoi sounded so happy. I'm really glad that I could help her out. She deserves to be happy. Not like me. I barely have time to select a can of coffee from the line of refrigerated shelves before my phone rings again.
Huh? Aoi?
Sorry to call again, Noriko. I just, something was bugging me.
What's up?
Did I, this is going to sound stupid. Did I thank you for getting me the job?
Oh, yeah, you did. A few times, I think.
Okay, phew. I just wanted to check. It was bothering me. And I didn't want to come off as ungrateful, so... you know what? Just to make sure. Thank you, Noriko.
Oh,
Okay.
such a nice girl.
I'm going now, really. Bye-bye.
Bye, Aoi.
The call ends and my brow furrows. It was strange, but maybe not so strange for Aoi. I guess she really wanted to be polite. I shrug it off and return to selecting my coffee for the day. The office atmosphere is unusually somber when I exit the elevator. There are fewer people around than normal. Some executives I rarely see on this level are hovering around in one of the glass-screened cubicles to one side of the floor. I spy Shinja standing at his desk, talking quietly on the phone. He's nodding and bowing a lot, despite the fact that whoever is on the other end of the call can't see him. I want to ask somebody what's going on, but nobody seems to notice me arriving. I shuffle my way to my desk and sit down. I spend some time looking over a spreadsheet of today's tasks. After going through it thoroughly, Shinya arrives in front of my desk, seemingly out of breath.
Noriko, has anyone filled you in yet?
No, what's going on? Why is half the office empty?
Well, you see, somebody within the company died yesterday.
Oh? Somebody we know?
Shinya shakes his head slowly, his expression gravely serious.
Nobody you would have interacted with. She was an exec, up on the 21st floor. Apparently, she never showed up yesterday, but her coworkers just assumed she was taking a personal day. People started getting the news in the afternoon. She was involved in some sort of accident, and now she's...
Dead?
Shinya glares at me, his narrow pupil seemingly accusing me of being tactless.
Yes. Dead.
So, I mean, I get it's a tragedy and all, but how does this explain where everyone is today?
Yeah, especially in a Japanese company.
You should have received an email sent out by HR this morning. Basically, everyone is being offered professional grief counseling.
Seriously?
I think some people are taking up the offer, but I suspect some other employees are using the opportunity to skip out on work. Regardless, what happened to Miss Tsurumaki was a tragedy. So unexpected.
I blink a few times, getting ready to turn back to my computer. Miss Tsurumaki?
Wait, what was her name?
What was it?
Huh? Ms. Tsurumaki. It should be in the email. She had a young daughter and everything. It's really sad.
Though I've never met her before, her face appears in my mind with startling clarity. Self-asphyxiation. An accident. She worked here? I can scarcely believe it. It's true that this is a massive company with thousands of employees Japan-wide, but still. For her to work in the very same building as me. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. It is too coincidental. It doesn't feel right. Would I have gone through with killing her if I knew she worked in my building? Okay, it's getting cold in here. I should close my window again. Everything works. Yep. Yep. Oh god. Landed wrong. Oh, that was painful. Oh god. This scenario creates more questions than answers. The person that requested her death, do they also work here? Likely. It would have to be somebody who knows her well enough to want her dead. Odds are high that they work here as well.
You okay?
I realize that I've been spacing out and I turn back to Chinya.
Yeah, sorry. Just thinking is all.
Well, grief affects us all in different ways. I think. The details for the counseling sessions are in the email. Be sure to take up the company's offer if you think it'll help. As for me, I think I'll be okay. Some quiet reflection on the matter should help clear my head.
Sure, okay.
Plus, I have a date with Tomoe to look forward to. It's important to look ahead in times like these, isn't it? I think I read that somewhere.
Ugh, yeah, that's what they say.
Very well then. Do your best today, okay?
Yep.
Right.
Chinya takes his leave and I let my shoulders slump. I killed someone from my office building. But I didn't know it at that time. Could my involvement be traced? No. I was careful. To cover my tracks, I deleted the photos from my computer, discarded the burner phone's SIM card, and trashed the phone itself. There's no way anyone will find out I was involved. Besides, I don't even know if the authorities are treating the case as a murder. As far as general information goes, it would seem like it truly is being treated as an accident. I'm in the clear. I know I am. However, I sure would like to uncover the identity of the person who requested Tsurumaki's death. The thought that it could be someone I work with makes me way too curious. Despite work being eventful this morning, the rest of the day passed quietly. Even Tomoe kept her distance from me. I wonder if I scared her off when I casually mentioned reporting her to the police. Not that I actually would report her. It would lead to the police getting mixed up in my life, and I can't really have that considering my moonlighting occupation. Moonlighting? Alright. Interesting way to word that. Especially now that I know I have a connection to Tsurumaki. I brush the hair in front of the mirror in my bedroom. I remove my makeup and reveal the ever so faint bruise on my cheek, a fading token of my fight with Tomoe. Since tonight is rather cold, I decide to snuggle up under the covers in bed with my laptop. I crawl into bed and pull the plush blankets up over myself. The warmth and softness is immediately comforting, and I have to fight the urge not to fall asleep here now. To keep myself awake, I check the requests on my website. I'm pleasantly surprised to find there are 2 new requests. Two new requests. 2 in one day. My heart begins to race. Don't. Please don't. I'm uploading this on Twitch and YouTube. I can't have this. Please don't do this again. My heart begins to race and I quickly open the message. The first message reads: Request details. Today, 11:14 AM local time. Victim's phone. Image attachment not found. No image attachment? What? I thought I configured the website to reject requests unless an image is attached. This is really irritating. I got my hopes up for nothing. My optimism renewed, I hurriedly click into the unread message. Request details. Today, 5:06 PM local time. Victim's phone. Downloading image attachment. Yes, this request has been submitted correctly. The image loading before my eyes. The new victim is male, early 20s. He is fit and athletic looking. His clothing is casual, so it's impossible to infer what kind of work he does. The photo of him is pretty simple. I don't know if he uses it for his noise profile, or if it's an ID photo of some sort. Either way, he looks like a happy person. It's not so naive to pretend I can't guess at the reasons this guy is wanted dead. Perhaps an ex has submitted his details after a bad breakup, or a jealous sibling wants him out of the picture. People's motivations are purely selfish. Requesting the death of somebody is guaranteed to be motivated by self-interest. No. So why did somebody want Tsurumaki dead? She was so plain looking, so uninteresting. She didn't look like she was capable of even thinking about wrongdoing somebody. Did somebody want revenge on her? Or did someone simply find her so dull? The thought of removing her from the planet seemed appealing. I interrupt my own thoughts and return to the task at hand. Dwelling on a past victim won't do me any good if I want to continue my streak of success. This new guy is attractive. It's almost a shame to have to chop him up. Well, we all get what's coming to us. No sense in trying to avoid scarring a pretty face. Beauty is superficial. I know that as well as anyone. No one deserves to be spared just because they are good looking. Beautiful people should suffer as much as anyone else. Beautiful people do suffer as much as anyone else. Take Aoi, for example. She is gorgeous, absolutely stunning, and definitely my type, but she suffers endlessly at the hands of cruel stalkers and patrons. Everyone suffers, beautiful or not. We all cop the crap we are dealt. So why fuss over a beautiful corpse? This guy, or Aoi, or even Tamori on a good day. Beautiful people die the same way as the average person. The guy on my computer screen probably doesn't deserve to die. I'm sure there's some petty reason this death has been requested. But I take all requests seriously. It won't turn a single one down. I won't turn a single one down. Corpse Girl's convictions will pave the way to her fame. And what if someone requests your death? What would you do then? Would you just kill yourself? With a smirk and a lick of my lips, I get to work. I've got a nice, clear photo here, so I can go all out on the requests. I hit up the DD, the database of the deceased, and spent some time selecting a suitable base image. I hesitate between choosing an image of a corpse with a knife in his throat, or a body soaking in a bloody bathtub with his wrist slit. Either image would do just fine, but I really want something special for this latest victim. After all, I have to top my last success, right? Another 5 or 10 minutes pass until I gasp at coming across the perfect photo. Thanks to my clever use of tags and filters on the DD, this image matches my victim's description perfectly. 20 to 30 years old, athletic build, male. The corpse's legs are severed below the knee. Bloody stumps leak the vital fluids from on high. The body is hanging from a set of power lines on some suburban street. It's perfect. Beautiful even. It will help me create a beautiful death for a beautiful person. I kind of have to question the story behind this photo. I wonder if the police ever investigated and discovered what happened to this sucker. Well, regardless, this will serve my purpose. I download the highest resolution copy available and save it to my hard drive. My fingers trace along the computer's trackpad with practice movements, clicking, tapping, dragging at random intervals. The night carries on. My walk through the train station this morning is confident, cocky, self-assured. When I board the train, I even managed to take a seat for the first time in a while. I withdraw a worn book from my handbag and flip open the cover. There is a name scrawled in blue ballpoint pen on the first page, but it has become faded and illegible over time. I don't quite remember where I picked up this book. Maybe I discovered it at a second-hand bookshop. Who knows? I own so many obscure tomes that I can't be expected to recall purchasing every single one, obviously. Its edge cover and weathered spine both bear the same title. Force photography. Comprehensive history of photo manipulation. The book is written in English and it's a slog to work through with my limited knowledge of that language. But I like to skim through it primarily for the photographs contained within. The examples of early image doctoring from centuries ago fascinates me. The book even features techniques and studies as recent as 1993 when it was first published. It's true that a lot of these techniques discussed within are no longer relevant in today's digital age. However, there's a hardy section dedicated to the art of manipulating corpse photos, something that I'm indeed very, very interested in. The most intriguing aspect of the section's content is that the featured artists perform the opposite kind of work that I do. Instead of manipulating images of a living to make them appear dead, the artists in the book added images of the dead in order to make them look alive once more. In bygone eras, when photographs of people were taken few and far between, a sect of artists dedicated themselves to honoring the memories of the deceased. They did this by making the photos taken upon death look beautiful and full of life. These photos were gifted to family members and loved ones. The tradition... Oh, battery's going low. Let me real quick. I can just do it like this. Make sure my hair's not in the way. Now to figure out how I return to the normal screen. God damn it. Shit. Well, how do I do this now? That's not it. Ah, there we go. Just had to click on ABC. So I can continue. Wouldn't it be wonderful to receive one last memento, a beautiful image of the way you remember them? Instead of using makeup to beautify a corpse, these artists apply paintbrush and pen directly to a photograph of to seemingly bring the deceased back to life. The impressive aspect of this process is the way they illustrated the corpse's eyes to look full of life. Even though it's a far cry from the work I do, I can't help but feel some sort of kinship with the artists discussed in this book. Surely we are cut from the same cloth. No. Everything is gone. No. Ah. Why do you have to do this to me? No, no corpse victory. Where's that? VR Toolkit. Close it. Launch it. So let's hope I can turn to VR. It works! Wait. Even though... blah blah blah. Browsing through the images in this book inspires me to work hard at my own photo editing. Many of the pictures are in black and white, but to me, that only drives home how impressive these old techniques were. I finished flipping through a chapter and closed the book. I hold the tattered tome close to my chest and breathe a sigh of satisfaction.
The next station is Shinjuku. The doors on the right side will open. Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the Saikyo line.
I quickly stuff the book into my handbag and get ready to disembark the train. On screen? Yeah, I'm still visible. Perfect. When I'm certain nobody is looking, I carefully open the lid of a large dumpster in front of me. A stench of rotten food and who knows what else assaults my senses, and I reflexively gag and splutter. The staff at the convenience store really need to seal their trash in plastic bags before tossing it in here.
Ugh, this is disgusting. I have to stop doing this.
The raised open lid locks into place at a 45-degree angle, allowing my now free hand to retrieve a small black object from my handbag. The phone? It's a flip phone, a cheap plastic thing with a shiny charcoal finish. I open it up and tap on the retro tactile keys, confirming that I've completely deleted all sent messages and photos. Nodding to myself satisfied that I've covered my text, I eject the battery from the back of the casing and toss it in the dumpster. I then snap the phone in half along the hinges, separating the screen from the keypad. The screen crunches into pieces with a gratifying underneath my shoes. I retrieve the smashed parts from the asphalt, careful not to break my fingers on the sharp glass. With hardly a glance, I unceremoniously launch the broken parts of the phone into the dumpster. I clap my hands together to dust them off, then shut the dumpster lid and hurry away. I slide between the brick wall of a convenience store and a narrow metal railing intended to keep people like me away from the dumpsters. Now, in front of a convenience store, I finally feel I can breathe deeply without fear of inhaling the toxic contents of a dumpster. I let my lungs take the fill before nonchalantly crossing the street. It takes care of my latest burner phone. Before leaving the office building, I cracked the SIM card in half and disposed of it in the combustible trash. Now, with the phone itself destroyed and discarded at a different location, my mind is at ease. It has been slightly less than 24 hours since I messaged my last victim, that athletic guy that I may have briefly fantasized about during my restless slumber. My general rule of thumb is to keep a burner phone for exactly 24 hours after sending a photo. However, I made an exception today. I wanted to discard the phone early, clear my anxiety, and get a full night's rest tonight. Besides, it's not like anyone ever replies to the messages I send. I'd love it if they did, but it is what it is, boys. It is what it is, boys. It is what it is. God, that's an old meme. So really, there's no point holding onto the evidence of my wrongdoings for longer than necessary. If memory serves, I read tomorrow's death date on the latest victim's timestamp, May 30th of 10:31 a.m. The victim may decide to kill himself today. Of course, It could end up just like Akane Tsuramaki. But if he is anything like her, he will hold out until just a few hours before the designated time. Will let panic and fear boil and build inside him until he just can't take it anymore. Or someone else will come along and it all for him. I can't be sure. I still don't know what happened to Ruri Hatano. Did she kill herself, or did someone else snuff out her life? Who knows? I surely don't. Either way, I will start researching obituaries tomorrow. I'm confident that this will be another successful request. If it is, I'll truly be on a winning streak. With butterflies in my stomach, I cross the road. On my road home, I usually like to trek through the small park close to my apartment, provided the weather is decent. I avoid the park in the mornings, as a lot of people walk their dogs and I can't risk my allergies flaring up before I reach the office. In the evening, the park is much emptier. I suppose I finish work a bit earlier than most people, so while everyone else is busy, I can enjoy the fresh air and scenery. I make my way up along the neat, broad dirt path that connects one side of the park to the other. Wooden benches line the path at regular intervals, and at this point of the evening, it is common to see a homeless person or two using a bench as a resting place. The city has more homeless people than the general population would care to admit. I try not to think much of it as I walk by every day. I already know that many people have it worse off than I do, but there's not exactly anything I can do to help, right? Should I be giving these people money that I can't afford to spare? Wouldn't I just end homeless as well? I'm not exactly broke, but I live month to month on my salary. It's expensive to live on the outskirts of Akihabara, and commuting to Shinjuku every day isn't exactly cheap either. When you add in electricity bills, phone, food, I mean, I don't eat unless I have to, but I'd starve if I didn't buy a meal every other day. And don't even get me started on the cost of the coffee I drink. I don't drink as much coffee. If I'm lucky, I can score a can for 100 yen, but more often than not, I'm paying up to 150 for a single can. Even if I were to buy canned coffee in bulk from one of those huge variety stores like Don Coyote, I would still only save a handful of loose change. I wouldn't have access to the familiar selection I get at the convenience store. I'm just thankful that I don't go out for drinks after work like most of my colleagues. If I had to buy a few rounds of beer every week, my bank account would definitely dry up. By avoiding that kind of group outing, not only do I save money, but I'm also not forced to spend more time around people. It is a win-win situation. Realizing I'm trudging along the path at a snail's pace, I tell myself to speed up my gait. Towards the exit of the park, the silhouettes of two people on a bench come into view. The sound of laughter carries on the wind, and I can't help but feel like I've heard the voices before. As I draw closer, it's Shinya and Tomoe, is it not? Are they not? As I draw closer, a sinking sensation clutches at my stomach. I immediately get the urge to turn around, but I'm so close to home.
Aha! It's Noriko! Fancy seeing her here.
I knew it.
Noriko's here.
I knew it. I called it. Tomoe glares and flips her long hair behind her ears with a shit-eating grin on her face. Shinya looks kind of plagued outside of her office. His face is filled up by an especially uncomfortable expression. I start to wonder why these two are here, but then I recall that Tomoe did mention they were going out on a date on Friday night. On a Friday night, yeah. I suppose it's just my bad luck that I would run into them on the way home. Oh, what are they doing here in Akihabara? I have to assume that Tomoe came here on purpose, just to spite me.
On your way home?
Uh-huh. How's your, date?
We're having a blast, right, Chen?
Yes, of course. A great time.
It doesn't sound so great.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it.
Hey, we're gonna grab some chicken. Why don't you come with us?
No thanks.
I can't think of any worse way to spend an evening than eating with Tomoe.
Please come with us, Noriko.
Shinya has a dejected look on his face. It's pitiful, but he brought the state on himself. Why should I have to bail him out?
Sorry, I've got things to do tonight.
Are you sure you're not just avoiding eating? Afraid to gain a bit of fat?
I honestly don't know what to say to that.
Say, Shin, you ever seen Noriko eat anything?
Well, now that you mention it, she never seems to eat at the office.
I eat at home, if that's okay with you.
It's not completely a lie. Sometimes I do eat at home. Sometimes I don't eat at all.
Come on, come get some chicken with us. You can throw it back up or whatever afterwards if it makes you feel better.
She's starting to get on my nerves. I swear, she tries to identify my flaws and insecurities just so she can rub them in my face.
Tomoe, you're not being very nice to Noriko. Aren't you two supposed to be friends?
No, we are not.
We're besties. Besties talk shit to each other, right, Noriko?
That's not a lie.
Right.
That is the truth.
Huh. Fascinating.
Anyway, I'm going now. See you on Monday.
Okay, see you then.
Buzzkill. She's such a drag.
I let Tomoe's words hang in the air as I walk past her. I'm pretty annoyed that she dragged Shinya all the way here just to taunt me. Is this her idea of a good date? Does she care about Shinya at all, or is this whole thing just to annoy me? It's just to annoy you. Tomoe dating Shinya doesn't even get under my skin. I don't have feelings for him at all. What does get on my nerves is simply the fact that Tomoe is trying so hard to get on my nerves. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if I could carry on my way home without one final interruption. Tomoe calls out to me again.
Your friend Aoi is gonna start work with us on Monday, yeah? How fun! I can't wait to meet a friend of Noriko's.
I grimace. I suppose Shinya told her about that. I turn back to face them both.
Don't even think about messing with Aoi. That girl has dealt with enough crap at her last job.
Oh, has she? Maybe big, strong Noriko can protect her now.
I'd do anything for her. She's my best friend. If you had any friends of your own, you'd understand what that feels like.
I got plenty of friends. And only some of them are sluts like you.
Yeah. I'm going.
Damn, what a bitch. I exit the park, cross the road, and walk down the block leading to my apartment. There I take out the gun and shoot that bitch. Tomorrow, I have to wonder if that girl exists solely to irritate me. I have to tell myself she's not worth my time. I can't let her taunts get to me. Grin and bad, as they say. That's what stoic, unflinching Noriko would do. Running a hand through my hair, I smile and approach my apartment building. Saturday. I spent all morning trying unsuccessfully to calm my nerves. I'm anxious about finding out whether my latest victim has perished. It is afternoon now, so the time written on this photo has passed. If my work was successful, I should know soon enough. I have already set up an obituary news alert on my phone to keep me informed. And instead of sitting at home all day and waiting for my phone to go off, I decided to visit an old favorite hangout. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quite calm, soothing. I can sit here for hours for free and just get lost in different worlds. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors. Sometimes the librarians are even kind enough to recommend titles that might fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and mocks me for my clothing or my makeup. Nobody looks at me and asks if I have had enough to eat lately. Mentioning that, I will have to stop streaming soon because I'm starting to get hungry myself. Nobody makes fun of me. That lonely girl in the corner reading Lovecraft and calmly stroking her hair. Ah, he's so racist. Truly a lovely guy. Every so often I put my book aside and check my phone out of habit. Still no alerts. Oh. Have I miscalculated or something? Did my latest photo not look convincing or damning enough to inspire suicide? Or murder? I find myself growing increasingly anxious and impatient.
Cthulhu, huh? You a Lovecraft nerd?
I blink twice and look up at the strange man standing over me.
Huh?
Sauce. Didn't mean to interrupt. Notice you're reading Lovecraft. Huh. In Japanese, too. Didn't know this book had been translated.
Of course it had been translated.
Yeah. My English isn't great, so I read the translated versions.
That's mad. Do they translate esoteric names? Can't imagine Cthulhu being easy to write in kanji.
Shave! Shave, bro! Shave! Can you see that? On the stream? Yeah, you can see it. That dude has to shave! Shave!
Well, it's
Damn it.
written in katakana, so...
Of course. Kojiro.
The man extends a hand. I can't tell if he wants me to shake it or pass him my book. The fuck do you think?
I'm Kojiro. You?
Noriko. Kurosawa.
Nice. Just Kojiro for me. No last name. Call me Koji.
You don't have a last name?
Used to. Lost it. Fire, you know. I'm just Kojiro now.
This guy is weird. His clothes smell like they've been stashed in the back of a closet for a decade or two. His face is unshaven, and his eyes are scarily clear and focused, despite being masked by a pair of fake glasses.
Didn't mean to keep you. Saws again. I'm looking for Nobel Sinclair. He around here?
I mean, I don't know. Who?
Writer guy? Did that book about befriending the dead? The librarian told me to check these shelves.
Sorry, I don't really know.
No worries. I'll find him. Not to judge you by your cover. Need a strong stomach, though. Messed up shit.
As much as I hate to admit it, this stranger has captured my interest.
How messed up are we talking?
Well, his first book describes dressing up corpses, taking them to dinner. Goal is to not get caught out. Mad, right? Like something out of that American movie, Weekend with Bernard? Or something like that.
Never heard of that movie.
Main character fills the school classroom with bodies, all dressed up as students. Runs lectures and records them, puts them online. Best part? No one can figure out if these books are fiction. Internet says Nobel Sinclair actually did these things. Says he's doing time now, writing these books as a confession.
Interesting.
Right? It's deranged. Makes for a good bedtime reading.
Huh.
You want noise? Well, of course you are.
Yeah. You?
Yeah. At Koji Koji. Add me if you like. We can talk shop. I'm gonna find Nobel. Wish me luck.
And without so much as a glance back at me, the man walks away. I try to return to my reading, but that whole conversation just replays back in my head. What a bizarre encounter. Maybe I'll just head home for today. Being here has helped me calm down, but I'm still eagerly anticipating the fate of my victim. Besides, I have to admit that I'm growing a little bit hungry. Maybe an onigiri, a rice ball, from the convenience store will tide me over until tomorrow. I gather my things and stand up, letting out a little hoo as I stretch my muscles. Are you sure that it's an onigiri and not a donut? Oh. What did he say again? These donuts are great. These donuts are great. Fuck, I can't remember the rest. These donuts are great. God damn, I have to figure that out. Come on. I probably mess up something doing this, but I don't care. Jelly! That's right! These donuts are great! And jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. I gather my things and stand up, letting out a little hoo as I stretch my muscles. And where do you put it? As I head toward the sliding doors to leave the library, a little alert sounds from my phone. This is it. My phone is in my hands in less than a second. The screen unlocked and the obituary. The obituary page loading before my eyes. Article posted online today, 2:39 p.m. Keywords found: 3. Mr. Accident. Numerical data range 20 to 30. Image data found. Yes. Saturday, May 30th. Mr. Ika Hanada, 22 of Tokyo Prefecture, was pronounced dead this afternoon at a traffic intersection, 12:02 p.m. Coroner's office reports that Mr. Hanada was involved in a traffic accident. No other casualties have been reported. Mr. Hanada is survived by his fiancée, who wishes to remain anonymous. The funeral service has not yet been arranged. View image attachment. I quickly load the image attachment and can't believe my eyes. Why is it always the exact same photo? What kind of chances are these? What kind of goddamn luck does she have for this to work? Ugh. Ah, plot holes. Plot holes over plot holes. I cannot. Hello, Steam. No, Soviet toolkit again. And we are back again. There can be absolutely no doubt that this is my latest victim. I've done it again. Legs are working. Yep. Yep. My breathing starts to quicken. My cheeks begin to grow hot. Please don't have an orgasm in the library. Thank you very much. I know from experience that if I don't get somewhere private and quickly, I may very well make a fool of myself in public. I quickly glance around the library for a sign pointing to a restroom. As soon as my eyes settle on it, I dash towards it, swerving between bookshelves and through narrow aisles. There is one door for a unisex bathroom, an unremarkable age portal. The muscles in my thighs are tightening, and I squirm as I reach the door. My hand grasps a cool metal handle and presses down, only to be met with an immovable resistance. And it's locked. Shit. There's a sign on the door. A notice that I completely ignored in my haste. Closed for cleaning. Shit. I curse despite my best efforts to keep a low profile. My head turns frantically, looking for somewhere, anywhere, that I can sit down and remain out of sight while my body reacts erratically to my latest success.
Yo, you busted?
This guy again.
I need to use the restroom.
I hope he can't tell that the expression on my face is not one of desperation to use the facilities.
On it.
To my surprise, Kajiro strides up to the restroom door and begins to slam his fists against it.
Hey, cleaning time is over. Get out of there.
I hear a panicked yelp from within. Kojiro's commanding voice was more than a little intimidating. Within seconds, a terrified old woman emerges. She wheels her cleaning trolley around us, bows quickly, and disappears from sight.
All yours. About to hold it.
Thanks.
I dash past Kojiro, unable to believe what is happening here. I slam the door behind me and slip into a cubicle. As soon as I sit atop the toilet's closed lid, My legs begin to shake uncontrollably, and I have to lean backwards to steady myself. Eiichi Hanada is dead, killed in a traffic accident. God, that's so hard. It could mean anything, but I'm willing to bet that I caused this death. After seeing the photo of his dismembered corpse, he might have purposely crashed his car. Or perhaps someone else rammed his vehicle, intent on murdering him on behalf of Corpse Girl. I still don't know how my powers work. I don't know why these victims end up dead. But the cause of death ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is that Corpse Girl is victorious once more. I find myself panting, squirming, struggling to restrain myself. My vision fogs, my knuckles clench. And with barely a fanfare, I begin to cool down all of a sudden. Just like that, the overwhelming urge to explode simply flutters away. Huh? My breathing regulates, my legs solidify and rest firmly on the ground. This experience wasn't nearly as staggering as last time. She already needs more! Maybe because I was so confident that this victim would die, my body already prepared itself for it. Have I already become desensitized to my ability to wield death itself? I will pretend that I'm not disappointed. The exhilarating feeling I experienced last time, the complete and utter loss of control, it was addicting. I crave experiencing it again. Still, I need to remind myself of the most important thing. I fulfilled the request issued to Corpse Girl. That's 2 new victories in a row. 2 victories in a single week. As long as requests keep coming in, I can keep achieving my goals. I can do this. Full of confidence and feeling steady once more, I exit the cubicle and leave the bathroom. That strange man, Kojiro, is waiting for me at the end of an aisle.
You good?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for, you know, I really needed the bathroom.
Of course. Been there. Gotta go when you gotta go. Look what I found.
Kojiro holds up a book with a plain black cover.
Nobel Sinclair's latest, Dazed by the Dead. It's a ripper.
Oh, what's that one about?
Falling in love with the dead. Read it already last year. Time for another go. Oh, here.
Kojiro hands another book to me, this one with a brown cover. An illustration on the front depicts a field of flowers.
What's this?
Sinclair's first ever published work, Strange Flower. Title's nonsense. This is the one where he puts corpses in suits, treats them to meals at fancy restaurants. Loaned it out under my name.
Nice.
He'd take it. Return it before the due date. Can't risk getting fined.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll be sure to read it.
Sure. Send me your thoughts and noise. Right. Be seeing you.
A brief wave of his hand, and then he disappears behind the closest shelf. I can't really get over how peculiar he is, but he's certainly making an effort to be friendly. I turn the heavy book over in my hands and look inside the front cover for a publication date. 2009. It's actually not that old. Definitely not as old as the fiction I normally consume. I shrug and hoist the book key, the tome underneath my arm, then make for the library's exit. I feel uncommonly hungry on my way home. So much so that I decide to stop by a restaurant and get some dinner. I wonder if killing stirs my appetite. I often pass this establishment when I exit the train station in Akihabara. It's an old venue that serves traditional Japanese food as well as popular Western dishes. To say that I've always been curious about eating here would be accurate. I've been working hard lately, achieving my goals. I can afford to treat myself to a cooked meal, right? Why do I find it so hard to justify that? I'm even going to eat at the booth tonight. Another rarity for me. A waitress guides me to an empty booth, and I slide in before looking at the menu. The house specialty, according to the menu in my hands, is grilled eel. Not exactly my favorite. In fact, seafood of any variety doesn't sit well in my stomach. I decide to pass on the specials and order something I know I can digest. Omurice sounds good. I used to eat it a lot as a kid. Omelette, rice, and ketchup. What's not to like? Ketchup is way too sweet. At least in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure over in Japan they put even more sugar in there. God, that must be so unhealthy. Plus it's only 700 yen before tax. Ah. The waitress returns to take my order, and I confidently point out what I'd like. She offers me a smile and hurries off to the next table. Perhaps my recent victory streak has given my courage a boost because I hardly feel awkward or anxious sitting here, surrounded by people eating and drinking on all sides. I am somewhat calm and at ease amidst the hustle and bustle of the restaurant. I almost feel like it might be nice to have company. A friend, perhaps Aoi, or even Shinya, might be nice to talk to and pass the time with. Oh well, anyway, I do have some company. I retrieve a book, and from my handbag, the very same book Kojiro lent to me, and I open it up to find the first chapter. The Strange Flower. An odd, apparently meaningless title. Still, it comes highly recommended by an eccentric stranger, so it must be good. You know, you get the best recommendations always from the cooked up stranger in the library. Obviously. Everyone knows that. My meal arrives when I'm a few pages into the book. I thank the waitress and look at the omurice before me. It smells good. It's presented beautifully. I can probably eat at least a quarter of this portion without feeling ill. I pick up a spoon and slice through the middle of the omurice, causing a puff of steam to billow up. Throwing caution to the wind, I scoop up a good amount and bring it to my mouth. It is delicious. There is no other word to describe it. The convenience store meals I normally eat can't even compare to something like that. The egg is soft. The rice is fluffy, and there's just enough ketchup along the top. I take a second mouthful, then a third. I can't help but giggle a little at the thought of myself sitting here, eating like a normal person. All the people around me probably think I'm a normal person too. Just a girl sitting at a restaurant eating her dinner. Another quiet giggle escapes my lips, and I gently dab my mouth with a napkin. I set my spoon to the side and return to the book in front of me. The author of this work certainly is interesting. Noel Sinclair. According to the bio inside the front cover, he moved to Japan from overseas at a young age. The book was originally written in Japanese. It's not a translation, but even so, the writing style is unusual. I can't quite put my finger on what is strange about it. Maybe it's the lack of complex kanji used throughout. Everything is written rather simply in hiragana, almost like the intended audience is elementary school kids. But that can't be right. God damn it. Truly disturbing. How do I fix this now? I can put my phone on the other end. It's not so hot as I expected it to be. Look decent, I believe. Good enough. Maybe the author just doesn't have the greatest comprehension of writing in Japanese. It's true that a lot of adults have trouble with complex kanji. Professional authors, though, not so much. Anyway, it's not like it matters too much. The book is interesting enough to keep me turning pages. I must be completely absorbed in reading because, before I know it, a waitress is politely letting me know that the restaurant is closing soon. I nod and look at the plate of omurice in front of me. The meal has gone cold and I only ate 3 bites. Still, I'm feeling full now and I really enjoyed what I did eat. I don't feel any added weight on my hips as I get to my feet. That is definitely a positive thing. I stretch my arms and legs, put my book in my bag and offer the waitress some money along with the bill. Oh. Is the actual game starting now? A blast of frigid night air nearly sweeps me off my feet when I step out of the restaurant. If I had known the weather was going to take a turn for the worse, I would have brought my scarf and jacket. It's the end of spring, so unpredictable cold weather is pretty rare. I guess I can't be blamed for not bundling up. Anyway, it's not raining and I'm close to home, so it shouldn't be a problem. I head down the street and watch a few shop owners closing their stores for the night. They don't pay me any mind as I wander by. My phone bursts to life and rings out in the quiet night air. I grab it and press it close to my ear for warmth.
Hello? Aoi? Noriko? Hello? Is this a bad time? No, I'm just walking home. You're out at this time of night? That's not like you. I stopped somewhere to eat. What's up? You stopped to eat? Say, about the new job. What is it? I spoke to the manager at the maid cafe, but he said I can't quit. He said that? Oh, well, it's not up to him. You have every right to quit. Did you tell him you've landed a new job? Yes, I told him. But he said he spent so much time and money training me that if I quit now, he'll treat it as stealing from the company and he'll call the police.
Bullshit!
What a load of crap!
Hang on. Are you at the cafe now?
Yes, I just finished my shift. We're closing up.
I'll be right there. I'm only a minute away anyway. I'm going to give your manager a piece of my mind.
No, Noriko, you can't.
Just watch me. I'll be right there.
I end the call despite Aoi's objections. I can't believe how furious I am. Aoi finally has an escape route from that god-awful job. And now the manager won't let her quit? That has to be illegal. I've never met her manager, but I can't just imagine his type. A self-important, wretched greedy pig thinks he's the king of the world because he runs a shady maid cafe in the back streets. Well, I won't stand for it. People like him are the ones that should be reported to Cop Skull's website. I'd love to target victims like that. I change direction and take up a running pace. The cool air against my face is kind of nice now that my body's warming up a little. Thankfully, there's hardly anyone around this time of night. I don't feel particularly embarrassed by running in public. I'm not a terribly fit person, so it isn't long before I feel out of breath. I come to a stop at the end of the street, heaving and clutching my chest.
Okay. I'm okay. Deep breaths.
After taking a moment to collect myself, I start back up, walking briskly this time. I can see the maid cafe's illuminated sign ahead of me. I approach the entrance and read the neon board. The Torre de Cristal. Welcome home, master. Drinks from just 400, I assume yen. Heavy charge 500 something per person. Open till 10 PM every night. I press the sign and reach for the door handle, just as somebody hurriedly throws the door open and emerges.
Noriko?
Aoi.
Looking good.
Told you I'd be here.
I'm really glad to see you.
Aoi gives me a brief wave. She fidgets nervously and straightens the ruffles in her dress.
I can't believe you have to wear this ridiculous outfit.
Yeah, but the costume isn't the worst part of the job.
I know. Listen, is your manager still here?
Aoi hesitates and shakes her head slightly. Sadly.
I just missed him. There are only a few girls inside closing up.
Damn it. I really wanted to give him a piece of my mind.
Noriko, it's fine. I can continue working here. It's not so bad.
Hell no! Don't even pretend it's okay. This place is torturing you. You have that customer that always gropes you, and now your manager is controlling you? I won't stand for it, and you shouldn't either.
But what can I do?
I'm honestly stumped by the question, and all of my hastiness to get here. I never even thought through a plan for Aoi. Damn it, that heartbreaking expression on her face. I just want to grab her, hug her, and tell her everything is going to be okay. So, why can't I?
Aoi. I know you don't feel like it, but you're the strongest girl I know. All the shit you've dealt with over the years, all the shit you're still dealing with. You're brave, whether you know it or not. My issues pale in comparison to yours, but you still get up each and every day and do your best. I'm proud of you, and I want to make things easier for you. Come work with me at Temujin. Just leave this place behind. Forget all about it.
Noriko.
You're my best friend. You always will be. Even if we can't be anything more than that, I'm happy just having you in my life. I'd do anything for you, Aoi. I hope you realize that.
Of course. I know. Thank you, Noriko.
Let's get out of here. It's really late. Come back to my place.
You know I can't. All my things are at home, and I need to check everything first. Otherwise...
I note calmly. I understand. I can't push her too much.
Don't worry. I get it.
And the thing is, I can't just run away from this place. That stalking customer, he knows where I live, and, well, if I stop showing up to work, he said he'll visit me at home.
Why don't we go to the police?
I can't do that!
Flying? Yeah, cheers.
I can't get him in trouble. I just can't.
Aoi, what? What is he?
He's... family.
A gust of wind blows down the narrow streets, causing my hair to whip wildly in my face. I brush it out of my eyes and mouth only to see Aoi standing still, her head down.
Stalker. He's... family?
Isn't that guy also groping her? Well, I guess we have a fan of our Habsburgs on our hands here.
I could never bring myself to tell you. But surely you must have wondered why I've put up with it for so long.
I don't know what to say.
This is not what my looks are supposed to be.
You're putting up with it because you don't want him arrested.
Yes. If he goes to prison, the rest of my family will disown me. And I'll truly have no one.
You have me.
You know what I mean. I'm just going to go home for tonight. Thanks for coming out to see me, Noriko.
Aoi turns on her heel and strolls away. The click-clack of her shoes against the wet pavement echoing through the streets.
Aoi.
She doesn't hear me breathe her name as she disappears into the darkness. Poor girl. There has to be something I can do. Oh! Oh! Oh ho ho! Oh ho 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 ho! I think this is the perfect situation for us to pause here. Then, if anyone ends up watching this, in about 2 hours, I will be back and continue the stream. In the meantime, I have to eat something, drink something. You know the stuff. And we will see each other. Maybe, maybe not. We will find out. Until then, we will see each other in 2 hours. Goodbye.